Sometimes the only thing that takes me to church is just to thank God for making me an Igbo man. I often ask God, what good did I do for him to give me the privilege of being an Igbo man? These are the words of veteran Nollywood actor Kenneth Okonkwo. Watch the video.
What do you think about the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, denying his Igbo ancestry?
Well, you see, the issue of the FCT minister denying his Igbo ancestry is actually very amusing. I've seen the FCT minister, for instance, raising his hand and vowing during the presidential primary of PDP that whoever emerges from this primary as the presidential candidate, that I vow to support the person. He later on supported Tinubu in the presidential election after the vow. And he started saying, no, it's because he's from the south. And then I was asking myself then, when you were making the vow, were you not aware that you had some northern candidates that were contesting? You contested with them. When you were making the vow, did you say, I vow that if any southern candidate emerged from this convention, I'm going to support the southern candidate? Is it, if any person, if anybody emerges, I vow, use the word vow, to support the person? I saw him also vowing he would never say anything against all the leader will make him to cry. But the things he's saying about all the leader is even making all the leaders followers to scream. Then you can imagine all the leader himself. I saw him also vow that once he leaves office, he will leave his successor to have peace and will not come to disturb him. That he's not the kind of person that disturbs his successor. His successor is the most disturbed successor in the whole Nigeria. So he has made a lot of vows which he had recanted. So if you don't like what the FCT minister is saying, just be patient. He will soon change. But let me talk about the issue of ancestry. Nobody chooses where he comes from. It's God that determines where you come from. That is one. Then secondly, the basis of nationhood from the ancient time is language. If you recall the Bible from the Tower of Babel, when God wanted to create nations out of the unipolar world then, he said, let us go and scatter their language. So when God did it, you discover that people now who understood each other, what they were speaking, now aggregated and became part of one nation. So it is language that determines your nationhood. Ikwere is Igbo, 100%. Ikwere go, na Chineke dị mma. Ikwere. Wike means Wike, because in Igbo land, some dialects use the word Wike. If you remember, the former Senate president is Adolphus Wabara. So it's dialectical. Nyesom is Igbo. So by virtue of language, Ikwere is Igbo. And it is not, it is in his constitutional right to say he does not want to identify as Igbo. That's his constitutional right. But he cannot say he's not Igbo. Because by language, by tribe, he is Igbo and he doesn't have a choice about it. And again, if Wike, that is just a politician, talks about Igbo, and the president of Ohanese, who happens to be an Ikwere man, Senator Azoka Mbata, talks on what concerns Igbo. And then Wike's own political leader, who is Fubara, because the PDP concern is very clear. Once somebody is a governor, he is the leader of the state. If Fubara had welcomed Senator Azoka Mbata as the president of Ohanese, who is from Ikwere, I would rather believe these people because they have the political and cultural right to say where Ikwere people are from. And then from their language, Azoka, the back is strong. It is pure Igbo. However, like I said, it is a man who has complex that is even making his nationality an issue. I tell you something. At times, I go to church to give thanks to God for the honor and privilege of making me an Igbo man. You know why? Ndị Igbo are one of the rare gem in the whole world that can create their way out of any problem they are in. After the war, they were given 20 pounds. Before 10 years after the war, they are already the richest wherever they are. Adding value, creativity. 22 years after the war, we were already creating living in bondage in Igbo, somewhere in Lagos, that has started Nollywood. that is ranking about the second now in the whole world. Creativity, which is a gift from God. Before the war, you always hear about Igbo man. An Igbo man will sit down, and whenever he has any issue, he creates his way out of the problem. Do you know that since the Igbos were purged out of the civil service of Nigeria, out of the leadership from the highest quarters, Nigeria has never recovered from it. The best time of Nigeria was before the Civil War. And then the Igbos were in charge of practically majority of the sectors in Nigeria. So what I'm telling you is that I thank God. I always ask God, what have I done for you to give me the privilege to be an Igbo man? And you can see it because he has given me all the faculties, mental and physical, to survive without governmental assistance. Pure creativity. So Ndi Igbo are not looking for people to be Ndi Igbo. Ndi Igbo are already grateful to God that they are.
You have always claimed to be an Ikwere man.
Yes.
And that you are not an Igbo man.
Yes.
An Ikwere man.
Yes.
Like you.
Yes.
A well-recognized one. Former Senate President pro tempore.
Yes.
The Distinguished Senator John Asutambata
Yes.
has just been elected as the President of Ohanese Indigo.
Yes.
A pan-Igbo socio-cultural organization.
Yes.
Has that made you to be an Igbo man? Or every Ikwere man?
No,
woman?
don't go there, no. I'm a typical unrepresentable Igbo man, Ikwere man. I'm not an Igbo. Listen, get it clear. I have no problem with Igbo people, and I have not had problem with them. I've associated with Igbo people. The mere fact we're all in southeastern Nigeria. The mere fact we're in northern Nigeria doesn't make you an Hausa man. Doesn't make you a Fulani man. Doesn't make you a Kanuri person. Doesn't make you not a thief person. The mere fact that you share some similarities, the languages are close, doesn't make you that you are sorry for it. I mean, what is all this thing? Senator Asutambata has a right to associate with whoever you want to associate. I, as Nyesom, Wike, an unrepentable Ikwere man, an unrepentable Igbo man, I'm not an Igbo man.
Okay, but are you happy that an Ikwere man
want to say
is Ohanese president?
Please, I'm not a member of Ohanese. So what I'm not a member, how can you tell me? I don't know what they are doing there.
He's a kinsman.
By default, now your kinsman is the chairman.
What benefit would I derive? Something I'm not a member of. You know what is there. You know why you are there. You know the benefit that will accrue to you. So if it's going to be good, okay. But as Obadi Kwere, they have spoken. And Obadi Kwere have said, count us out. And where Obadi Kwere is where I am. I will never, for anything, no matter the disadvantage. Some of my fellow colleagues come to tell me, don't talk on this, I say, don't talk on what? You know, by your position. I say, So, because of politics, I will deny my identity. Because I'm from a minority, I will not do that one. I will never deny my identity simply because I want to be recognized, to be majority. I will not do it.
Are you happy for him?
If he's happy, why would I say I'm not happy for him? I mean, why would I say so? If that will suit you, okay. But for me, as the honorable man, as a very person, I am where I am, and I will not be. Igbos we are very close. We do things together. We have similarities in so many things. But that does not mean I should go and change my identity now. Simply because he said I should be. Simply because I'm a politician. Oh, somebody told me yesterday, you know, you may want to president this country. I said, okay, get out from here. Get out. I want the president. So what? He said, that's why I should go and answer somebody's mother's name. I'm not.
All right, Honorable Minister, we have come to the end of...